Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be safe and sound inside your homes. Dear students, the scare or fear of the pandemic is still mounting its huge pressure. It is putting bricks or applying brakes on various activities, and some activities of life are on. So the pandemics have been part and parcel of the life since ages ago. These pandemics come and vanish, but the precautionary measures we should follow all the time so that we can save our lives in these days of pandemic. Dear students, the education sector met with the huge losses. This is the sector that was badly affected. Schools remained shut for quite longer duration of time. 21st of September was the day when the partial uh, beginning of the schools or partial physical mode of the schooling started. Better is to watch these virtual classes and also come to the school with all SOPs to be followed in letter and spirit so that you can facilitate yourself to the larger extent. Your examination are approaching fast. Better is to put extra efforts and do extra hard work to crack the examination with nice percentage of marks. Dear students of class 11th subject political science, and today we are dealing with a very important topic, that is federalism. Dear students, federalism is a word derived from the Greek word feuds, which means agreement or contract. Dear students, in this contract or in this agreement, some states may surrender their sovereignty and turn a finally a federation or turn a single unit, turn under the control of a single system. Like America and Switzerland, you might be have in your minds that the American Federation, the states there have joined and formed a big federation. America is a very good example of federation. And similarly, the Switzerland in case of Switzerland. But today we are dealing with the federalism in India. So you have to keep in the mind that federalism is an agreement, or I can say where the power is distributed between the states and the centers, and it is the decentralization of power to some extent to run the government efficiently. Dear students, the concept of federation was borrowed from the Canada, from the constitution makers. India's population is very huge and its size is very huge. It was difficult for Indians to have a single government or a single unit which can run the affairs of the whole state that has very big population and also a size. So Indian concept of federation is like this. There is a double set of the government, one at the center level, other at the state level, in order to run the government affairs efficiently. So you have to keep in the mind, in India the federation means the double set of the government, one government at the central level, and this is called the union government or the central government, other at the state level, that's called the state governments. But remember, the sovereignty is lying within the India, not in the states. These are the federal units in political science, not states, because sovereignty rests in India. In order to run the government affairs efficiently or smoothly, these states have been created, and the decentralization of powers is there. The powers have been given to the states as well as the center from the constitution of the India so that to run the government affairs so smoothly. So dear students, I am repeating the things for you. Federalism is a word derived from the Greek word feudus, which means an agreement or a contract. In this contract, some states join to form a single unit and they are controlled by a single government then. In case of America, in case of Switzerland, But in Indian terms, in Indian point of view, here the federation has been derived from the Canadian Constitution. The Constitution makers were well aware of the fact that India could not be governed well from the center. So the concept of federation was borrowed from the Canada. So in federation, the powers are distributed or divided between the two sets of the government. One at the central level, that is called the union government. Other at the state level, that are called the state governments. But remember, these state governments are having no sovereignty at all. Sovereignty lies within the India, but the power is distributed or divided between center and state. For example, I am giving you the example. There are near about 100 powers that lies within the central government, and 66 subjects or powers are those that lies within the state governments, and 47 lies in the concurrent list. The important powers, that is the external affairs or the communication or the important affairs, this foreign affairs, communication, this or the currency, defense, these are the powers that lies within the hands of the center. So in a federation, there is a division of powers between the state government and the central government. But remember, all the federal units or the states as well as the central government derive their power from the Constitution of the India. And sometimes the disputes may arise between the center and the state, and these disputes are settled by the courts. I am repeating once again the thing is, federalism is an word derived from the Greek word feudus, which means an agreement or a contract. In Indian point of view, it can be considered as decentralization of the power, so a distribution of the power or division of the powers to run the government affairs smoothly. In Indian context, it means here is the two set of governments. One at the central level, that is called the union government. Other at the state level, that is called the state government. And the union government is headed by the prime minister, because the real head of the government there is the prime minister, and the president being the head of the state. And in states, there is the real head is the chief minister, and democratically both chief minister as well as the prime minister gets elected. So you have to keep in the mind, federation is in India is a distribution of powers between the two sets of the government, one at the central level and other at the state level, to run the government efficiently. Because India being a very huge in population and size, a single integrated system cannot control India or cannot govern India well. In order for the efficient governance and for the smooth governance, the power is distributed between the states and the center, and this is the concept of the federation in India. Dear students, hope you might have grasped the concept. In case of any query, and that may strike after your mind after watching this video, you can call me on my number that's already in your position, or WhatsApp me and when you post your query by any method, within short duration of time, your query or confusion shall be cleared. But before leaving the class, I am advising you to concentrate on self-studies, and do also see these things on your available political science books. Put extra efforts, do extra hard work to crack the coming examination with ease. Be psychologically motivated that we will cross every barrier. Thanks. Be balanced.